Boris Johnson has been ordered to use the UK's new powers following Brexit to discard EU legislation disrupting British fishermen. National Federation of Fishing Organisation CEO Barry Dees argued that despite Brexit, UK fishermen were still bound by some restrictive laws. During an interview with Express.co.uk, Mr. Dees insisted Boris Johnson must use the UK's powers of sovereignty to revise and reform the rules regarding the EU's landing obligation. He said that it had been an issue since the legislation was introduced and post-Brexit would be the best time to discard or revise the rule. Mr. Dees said, "What needs attention very promptly is the EU landing obligation that still applies to UK vessels because it is part of EU retained law. It is unworkable. It was a bad piece of legislation when it was introduced in 2013. Everything that has happened since has suggested it needs to be urgently revised and reformed." Mr. Dees highlighted a particular problem with the legislation and the impact it has been having on British fishermen. In particular, there is a problem in mixed fisheries with chokes, which means if you exhaust your quota for one of your species, and you may have up to 25 species in your catch, if the quota for one species is exhausted you then have to tie up for the rest of the year. That would be a top priority for us in terms of using the UK's new powers. Following on from Brexit, fishermen across Europe have taken the opportunity to voice their concerns regarding current rules. The EU has been criticized for his red tape that is now impacting European fishermen post-Brexit. Mark Delahaye, manager of the Normandy Fishing Committee, explained local fishermen are having to deal with a complicated process before they can begin fishing. Speaking to France 24, Mr. Delahaye said, "The French state used to have a fixed quota of fishing licenses that it could give out to the Normands and Bretons. Now Jersey is saying, no, it's me that's giving it out. But it's an extremely complicated process going from here to Paris, Paris to Brussels, Brussels to London, London to St. Helier and then back again. All that red tape is excruciating and regular fishermen find it absolutely incomprehensible." French fishermen have insisted that if Jersey maintains this position it could be the beginning of a never-ending war. French fisherman Simon Valentin insisted the future was looking bleaker for French fishermen.